Uh, oh God, what are you doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, all right. Just a second. Ah, no, hold on. Sorry, let me fix this. Oh, there we go. There. That works. Cool. That was surprisingly easy to set up. I was expecting it to have to fight it a lot more than I did. Yeah. Same with 11th Hour. That's kind of what I was the impression I was getting with 11th Hour. Like the FMV scenes were, you know, I wanted to see more of those, but that required me to actually play the game. There is a thing out there somewhere that someone made, which is called Open House, which is just 11th Hour. It's just all the movie. It's just the movie version of 11th Hour. So they don't actually have to play the game, and I should check that out. Yikes. Oh man, this is really like, this is a very extra opening sequence. I should change the title of my stream, which I will do in a minute. Zorch Productions. Zorch. That's the sound I use to indicate like a lightning bolt frying someone. Zorch. Chex Quest, yeah! I forgot that Zorch was a term in that game. Thank you for the follow, whoever just followed me. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the, I really need a bot to actually, I need to set up my bots properly to actually tell me who's following me instead of having to look at my stream window. Because I'm invariably not when someone follows me. Wakey wakey. Eggs and bakey. Our slightly doughy hero, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, okay. So the actual game window is a different resolution from the videos, from the movies. That's always hilarious. There, I fixed it. Okay. If you are stuck on a puzzle, talk to other characters and they will give you clues. Okay. Sure, let's keep tips on for now. Avoid cliches like the plague. Thanks, William Sapphire. Ammunition is precious, so don't waste it. If you get stuck on a puzzle, try using items in crazy, illogical ways. Adventure game design! Save your game often, especially before trying something crazy, illogical, or dangerous. Holding down the control button plus the arrow keys allows you to attack opponents. Cool, good to know. Look before you leap. The help screen can be helpful, or better yet, read the manual. I would have if I'd known I was going to be playing this game tonight. A little bit, yeah. You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Sure you can, if you're really good friends. Right-clicking on some objects in the inventory shows a close-up of that object. Right-clicking on weapons in the inventory activates and deactivates them. Press escape to bring up menu options. You can combine objects into new objects by clicking and dragging them on one another. Sound levels can be adjusted in the options menu. Screen too dark? Try adjusting the gamma in the options menu. Check your photo on the inventory screen. It will get worse as you take more damage. Look for special items that will restore your health. Excuse me. After finding required items during the day, night will be the time of mischievous adventure. Ooh, mischievous adventure. That's like a perfect description of Halloween in general. Night will be the time of mischievous adventure. Double-click the left mouse button on an exit to go through instantly. I love that mechanic. Every game should have it. Use the right mouse button to attack an opponent. Left-click on your character, press I to view inventory, left-click on an object to grab it, right-click to put it in inventory. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. Use the left mouse button to move your character around the screen. Okay, that's all. We're done. Okay, 1 second. Let me update my stream title real quick. Harvester. I hope Harvester isn't banned on Twitch. I wouldn't think it is, because fucking Phantasmagoria wasn't banned on Twitch, so I'm assuming that this one isn't either. Also, let's put a big fat content warning. Oops, in my title. Content warning. Update. There we go. Alright. Yeah, one of them is Honey Pop. Another one is that Radiator game. Also, Indigo Prophecy, the director's cut edition of Indigo Prophecy, because it involves consensual adult sex. Can't have that. Although I was told, I think that they removed that from the banned games list. But I haven't really checked, so. Anyway, a 1/48th scale P-47 Thunderbolt with a broken propeller. One of your typical wall clocks. Also, belatedly, that is, I mean, regarding Duff's Nostalgic's comment about this actor getting arrested for being a sex offender, wearing this very same shirt, that is poetic irony. A recently watered plastic plant. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lenses melted to the table. An empty acne medicine container. Oh, right. Punch. A photo of a beautiful girl, blonde, about 17 years old. A sexy pinup. The mattress is speckled with odd stains. Ew. An official Dust Bowl basketball autographed by GPF. The mouse sensitivity is not great. I wonder if I can turn it up a little bit. No, I can't. I'll just live with it. A handful of faded hardbacks litter the lower shelf. Scar Emerald, thank you for the sub. Hey, Alexander Mejia. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. And hello, Ralph. So I have nothing in my inventory. Yeah, no, I know. It said that in the tips. I recently bought a plastic plant. Paper doll by the Mills Brothers sits on the turntable. Oh, good. Yay. Obviously, some fat high school girl left it there. Oh, fuck you, game. Saddle shoes with the laces knotted together. A cheap folding chair, such as you find at swap meets, bingo parlors, and other religious gatherings. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I've seen bits and pieces of Harvester being streamed before, but I've never played it myself. An empty trash can so clean you could eat from it, but don't. A hastily glued P-51 Mustang in exact 1/36th scale. You peer through a thin layer of dust at your reflection. 7 flannel shirts accompanied with matching blue jeans are hanging neatly in the closet. Dresser drawer is unlocked. Ah. Operate the dresser. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. A 25-cent piece dated 1952. Gimme. Chew marks are visible on the end of this ballpoint pen. I'll take that too. First rule of adventure games, pick up everything that isn't nailed down. I think that's everything. An old-fashioned clock with bells and hammer. Illumination is the key to visibility. There's a lot of things to look at in this game. Oh my god, my inventory screen is so tiny. Alright. A stunning depiction of the Earth made of paper mache. I'm gonna save my game. Whoa. That's a lovely save game screen. Wait. Yes? Save? Is it saving or not? I can't tell. Oh, wait. It's asking me to type a thing, but it's not letting me type anything. Okay. I hope I can actually save. Hold on. No. How do I fucking save the game? What am I doing wrong? Clicking on a thing. It's not letting me type anything. I can spacebar. I can't backspace. Type anything. Nothing I'm typing is working. I'm just pressing spacebar. Okay, well, I saved as a bunch of spaces. I guess. Alright, whatever, game. An old-fashioned console television. A box of crayons and a Range Rider coloring book. A pass-through for the kitchen. A pendulum-driven cuckoo clock with the cuckoo oddly absent. You lied to me. Space. Space. My game saves are escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Fine bone china gleams from the mahogany shelves. A box full of newspapers.
What?
What's up, Hank?
Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
These keywords.
Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, 'cause I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
Steve?
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Look at that
Sure.
face.
This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are neato.
Yeah! Neato.
I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat.
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Then why aren't you in bed?
'Cause I wanna watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
I'm not faking. I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
Shut up.
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad. Like you don't know, I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
Sweet, getting married. Heck yeah.
That's a weird looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? Looks brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
I love this kid's voice acting. He's actually pretty good. And yes, what is retro? That is a question for the ages. Retro is all relative.
Have you noticed that your
What?
Well,
Hey, what man?
Let's try the other response.
Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone, or else. Good. Finally.
Oh. What? Oh. Ah.
Good. Finally.
Oh. I accidentally clicked past that sequence of the show he was watching. Retro is the best. All right. Yeah, let's check out the kitchen. What up, Mom? An expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. A cabinet that smells of dirty diapers. Ew. Oh, because there's a baby right here. That would be why. Why are you keeping that in the kitchen? You don't keep dirty diapers in the kitchen. That's fucking gross and unsanitary. A newborn is sleeping soundly. Ooh, cookies. These cookies are hot out of the oven. Can I has? I can has cookies? Come on, give me cookies. It's Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. Freshly baked cookies are in the trash can. What? Why? Explain yourself. Cookies are baking in the oven. You know, you're probably not wrong. Knives gleam wickedly in the kitchen's antiseptic glow. Cool. I'm sensing that Mom is a little bit obsessed with cookies, maybe.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name.
That's what Hank said.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
When did I graduate?
4 months ago, as if you could forget that.
What college?
College? A high school diploma is all you need to get a job. And besides, you can't marry Stephanie if you're going to waste your time.
Ooh, yes.
College. 18 years old and you're just now getting your first job. It's a disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that.
Yes. There is a custom keyword that you can use with your mother in this game, isn't there? Like, can't you just, like, swear at her or something? Oh, except it's not letting me type. I can't actually type anything in this game. Okay, that's weird. I don't like it. Yeah, wow. That definitely could be a problem. I have no idea. I did try tabbing out. Oh! Okay. That worked that time.
What a thing to say to your mother. Was that an invitation now that your father is out of action?
Oh, God. Wait, hold on.
You mind your mouth, young man. That's a fine way to talk to your mother and a member in good standing of the PTA. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Okay, so maybe now I can save my game properly? Okay, good. Oh my god. Well, that was terrifying. Can't swear at mom. Yeah, me too.
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank?
Oh.
Go next door and visit Stephanie, or go get an early start on your new job.
I had things I wanted to say to her. Oh, there we go. Okay, good.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiance is having second thoughts about the wedding.
There was an option for cookies earlier, but now it's gone. I can't like go back to previous dialogue options, which sucks.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis.
I can't...
Fine.
Fiancé? This is insane!
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
Cool.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
You didn't even have first thoughts. Yeah, exactly.
Bless your innocence.
You said duty.
But there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You
What?
can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that When a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
Go make Chad a sandwich, yes. I'll be right back. Here's a sandwich. What about his hoe? Yes, he has to get his nasty dirt in his hoe.
And just who?
No, wait.
Don't you...
Feet.
Oh,
Can something...
stop.
What's...
Honest.
You're saying...
Well,
My father.
he's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now please let me get back to my cookies.
Oh, there's cookies.
The bake sale is on Friday, and yet you're baking the cookies now.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
Aw, thanks.
But they'll be stale by then.
That's why I'm throwing them away.
And then cooking more?
To replace the ones I throw out.
Why?
Well, I have to. No one's going to pay to eat stale cookies out of the garbage can.
But you expect me to.
Of course not, Steve. I wouldn't charge you. I'm your mother. Help yourself.
Oh, Mom.
What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into Harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group.
There was a host,
You
yeah.
have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to Harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the lodge.
Yeah, Hippolito Bichardo was kind enough to raid me. So, that's why there are so many people. Hello, people! Yay! Thank you for coming to watch Harvester. Garbage can full of cookies, yeah.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve.
This is not
Just
Harvest
the
Moon.
finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership? That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest.
Aw, yeah, thank you, Omega Number.
Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
TM. That's a good use of the Illuminati emoticon there.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Oh wait, let me also do this again.
I told you I'm busy, Steve.
Fuck.
What a thing to say to your mother. Was that an invitation now that your father is out of action? Maybe later, dear. Right now I have housework to do. Though you can watch if you want. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Well then. Okay. Bye, Mom. Oh yeah, this whole game is unsettling. The master bedroom door is firmly locked. Aw, damn, I can't go see what damage she did to my father. My father. Yeah. It was necessary, because it's a thing you can do in this game. Oh. Oh, that would be Jimmy. A Dayglow Lima space disc stuck on the roof. I wonder if I can get it. Steel barbs wrench signals from the naked air. Dang. Harsh. High voltage power lines bathe your home in a wholesome old-fashioned electromagnetic field. You feel their humming in your dreams. There are security bars fastened to the window with Phillips head screws. Yeah, nothing wrong with this totally wholesome neighborhood. An army surplus air conditioner. It's full of junk mail, bills, and bake sale flyers.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning? Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be Jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers?
Yeah, he seems to be. Also, how old is he? Like 8? Less than Jake.
Oh, gee whiz. Look, if you find any, I'd be willing to trade you for them. Something really neato. Think about it. See you later, alligator.
Cool. We got our first fetch quest.
See you later, alligator.
Okay, well, there's exits. After a while, crocodile. Crocodile. They do, yeah, like, yes. That's always like big points in a game's favor is if kid characters are played by actual kids. And I know how hard it is to get like child actors and child voice actors. So, yeah. Ooh, okay. Potsdam residence. Oh, that's probably Stephanie. General store, post office, barbershop, missile base, lodge. Let's go straight to the lodge. See what happens. Yeah, that is a pretty great save screen. Wow. Alarming green sludge oozes from the drain. Cool. Yeah, that is entirely fair. I don't blame you at all. We haven't even gotten to the terrible stuff yet, but there are definitely hints at terrible stuff, and not great. All right, I'll see you later. I don't know if I'll be playing this game tomorrow. Well, I mean, I'm gonna assume my intent is to play the games that I can until I finish them. So, assuming this game doesn't do anything horribly frustrating like the last 2 games did, then I will play this one to completion if I can. So, I doubt I'll get through it all tonight, so we'll probably be playing it again tomorrow. The masonry looks as though it may be from the Dark Ages. It looks as ancient as the building itself. Red eyes gleam with eerie malevolence from the darkness.
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge? Forbidden knowledge, the forgotten pleasures, and pleasures as yet undiscovered.
Ooh.
But such is not for the likes of you. Not yet. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
Cool. Yes, that's my impression of it as well. Like, from what I've seen of it, there's a lot of combat near the end, but that's about it.
Members of the Order are privy to many hidden truths.
Such as?
They know what the trees whisper to the wind to make it howl.
Cool.
They know what the worm knows as it squirms in a rotting leg.
Ew.
They know what you've forgotten.
Ooh. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing, like all this like deep mystery, mysterious like secrets and such. Fill out this form. What is your social security number? Okay.
When you find the path, truth will be revealed to you. When you possess the truth, you will know what you knew. And if anything remains forgotten, then it was never worth the knowing.
Seems fair.
Have you obtained an application from the postmaster?
Not yet.
If you would find knowledge, you must seek it from the first realization of the wanting. Whether you do or not matters little to me. Many are called, but few chosen.
Alright then. I will see you later then, Mr. Dr. Claw. Postmaster. Ah, that would be here. Let's check out everywhere else first. What? Does that guy have no legs? These aircraft appear to be well maintained. This base is well stocked with missiles. Sure is. An electrified chain link fence surrounds the base. Oddly enough, this guard booth is the only building on the base.
Halt! Who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien.
Says you.
You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Wow.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2.
Which was only like
My lower torso shot off in the
5 years ago.
Those pennywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me,
Jesus!
it's too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Well, he said the game was set in the 50s, although it's debatable whether that is actually true. Lower torso.
You say before you came to Harvest, your lower torso was shot off in the war?
That's right. I was behind enemy lines.
The 50s.
The night was dark. The rain wet. Plastique I was supposed to rig the bridge with, precariously sandwiched between my knees as I crawled in the muddy mud.
The muddy mud.
I didn't see the Jerry taking aim at me with his machine gun until half of me was flying through the air. With a quick spray of bullets in a straight line, it shot my body clean in two. My lower body landed at that Jerry's feet.
What?
I can still hear him laughing as I started crawling in the general direction of England, calling behind me in broken English. My friend, where is your legs? Look, what have we here? Some legs? Hey, did anyone lose some legs? I'll never forget looking back over my shoulder, seeing that crowd doing the can-can with my legs. Later, with only my compass and a pair of nylons, I made it back to safety. Now the Krauts are our friends and the commie bastards are our enemies. But even so, there's at least one crowd out there that I'll never invite over to Sunday dinner.
Good lord.
Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now?
America!
Right, huh? Your average commie bastard is always only too ready to hide behind the Constitution. Real Americans waive their rights for the common good. Would you?
No, they don't. I didn't save. Yeah.
Spoken like a true pink.
He's gonna kill me. Yep. Oh my god. Well then. That sure was a dumb way to die. Alright then. Oops, I didn't save before I did that. Whoopsie doodle. Alright.
See you later.
Okay. Oop. Oh, there's more. Oh, that's cool. Alright, well, we'll talk to the lodge dude again. I'll walk it off.
Only an
Did you
I.
telep?
Only
Just get past this. Do all the same things I did before.
you must remember.
Such.
They know. When have you,
Not yet.
if you would, whether you
Okay. Let's go back to the missile base. Save my game.
Oh, who goes? All right.
That.
So you're the amnesia.
Who are you?
Colonel Butt.
These are.
Goddamn.
Well,
Say.
then.
That's right. When I got those pen. That's why.
Let's ask about his intestines.
Funny thing about it is, you wouldn't think so, but you've got about 3 miles of intestines in your body, all curled.
We don't. 3 miles?
Now that came in handy as I gauged my progress. While I crawled from Germany to England, my intestines would unravel, such that every 3 miles I'd have to roll them back up and stuff them back in. It became my benchmark, what I lived for. Every time I stuffed my intestines back in, I knew I was 3 miles closer to freedom. In this way, I kept my sanity. That's what I told those idiots in Washington. But did they listen? No. Some weak sister shrink said I was too emotionally unstable to kill Koreans, so they transferred me to this boring stockpile of armed nuclear warheads. And to top it off, those pansy firemen won't let me join the Harvest Volunteer Fire Department. Oh, it makes you wonder, what's the point of going on?
Oh god, I think I know the story you're talking about. No. No. Nope. Nope. Big fat nope.
Of course, they wouldn't have given you the, button if you were really, say, emotionally unstable.
Of course not. I was given a full exam by my captors in the concentration camp when I was captured during my second penetration behind enemy lines, the year after I lost my lower torso. It was quite thorough.
What did it say?
I don't know. I can't read German. Okay, yeah, you can't get shot in 2 equal but separate portions without feeling a little down. Who wouldn't? That doesn't mean I'm unbalanced.
I think you're...
Lighter, maybe, but my balance is fine. Still, is it abnormal to harbor doubts late at night when your boots in the corner mock you? Is it sick to want to poke them in their eyelets and rip out their laughing tongues? Then you feel bad. and you invite them under the covers with you, but will they come? Oh no. Spit and polish, trump, a long, long way to Tipperary, especially when you're waddling on your hands. Get some gloves, they say, in their high-pitched little voices, and snicker in the bootlocker, talking to my jockstrap behind my back. They all deserve a good nuclear holocaust.
Emotionally unstable. Putting it mildly.
Son, when you've had your body shot in half, you know a thing or two about fear. You learn that when something actually happens, it's never as bad as you imagine it would be. Oh, sure, I can't write my name in the snow. I had to shell out a few simoleons for portable IV drips, colostomy bags, and so on. The pain is hardly what I'd call constant. I have my good days when I pass out completely. We're never asked to endure more than we're capable of handling, mister. Folks would die in a nuclear holocaust, but nobody would die who wasn't going to die anyway, sooner or later. And the rest of us? Why, we'd take a little R&R at the old radiation bunker, climb out in 2 weeks, and go back to work, refreshed and ready to contribute as productive members of society again. Makes me wonder why I don't just push the button and take me a nice vacation. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't?
Let's try not to get killed this time. Yeah, I mean, considering he's got some pretty severe PTSD, but is reasonably well adjusted. All things considered.
You're right, soldier. I'm sorry. Sometimes the intense pain clouds my mind. The kookaburras start whispering to me about the pretty mangoes in the high trees, and I know they can see me. They see all of us. Can't you hear them? Chattering with the llamas behind our backs? They want our cornflakes, but they won't take the milk!
Okay. That's not how you spell kookaburra.
Have you lost your mind? You think you can toy with me just because I have no lower torso, you damn kid, you?
I love that face.
Or maybe you're one of those commie bastards. Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Can you give me... Right, huh?
Yes.
You talk a good game, mister. But so does your average commie bastard. The Kremlin teaches its agents to talk their way out of a scrape. What do you think about that, son?
Yeah, it's funny because I was talking about the 11th Hour on my Twitter account after I played it last night, and someone mentioned, "Hey, speaking of opening that shitty house again, isn't the 13th Doll coming out tomorrow?" And like the people who run the 13th Doll Twitter account were like, "Yep." So, I guess I couldn't have picked a better time to stream 11th Hour for what it was worth.
Glad to hear it, son. You had me going there for a minute, asking all those questions about this base. Came this close to getting blown away. As it is, maybe you want to get out of here before I change my mind. Go visit those Ponzi firemen.
Ponzi?
But whatever you do, stay away from that damn lodge.
Too late.
That's the most suspicious place in Harvest, if you ask me. I wanted to get back into the thick of the action and out of this desk job. Those firemen are a damn peculiar bunch of ladies. I thought they'd object to my lack of a lower body, but they wouldn't let me join the fire department because they said I couldn't draw naked men. Can't draw naked men?
Naked.
Who the hell wants to? I could draw one if I was a sick commie pervert. Look, I did this last night. What do you think?
Beautiful. Perfect. Nailed it.
You don't say. Then you'd better go reconnoiter the fire station, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there. Determine if commie infiltration has occurred in Harvest, and report back here. Your report could make the difference in what I decide to do.
About what, Colonel?
Never mind that, son. It's easier if you don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm a little. I'm not looking forward to the firehouse if what he's hinting at is the case. There's gonna be probably gonna be some pretty unpleasant stereotypes, is what I'm guessing.
Harvest is a fine town, steeped in traditional American values. But that lodge, well, it makes me suspicious, don't mind saying it. They've got their fingers into everything around here. Like a certain red commie bastard menace which shall be nameless.
Oh boy. We'll see.
You read me wrong, mister. I think you should join the lodge, infiltrate it, and report back on any red sympathizers. Your report could affect my decision on what I've got to do. Frankly, all this...
Oh, damn it.
Can you give...
Ugh.
Right. You talk... Glad to hear it.
Alright.
Remember, duck and cover.
Plus reputation with the Colonel Buster faction. Yeah. Okay. Enough of him. Let's go to the post office. Get me one of those applications. Also, let's save. Prequel to Fallout, yeah, may as well be. 41% off packing peanuts, assorted colors. Sweet. An old glory flag. Not much to look at here. Oh, looks like Mr. Pastorelli forgot to put out the Looks like Mr. Pastorelli forgot to put out the paper for Jimmy. He was a little thug, isn't he? A crushed paper cup with smudged lipstick on it. Oh. That sounds like exactly the sort of thing I need for some ungodly reason in an adventure game, but I can't pick it up. Yes, 42% would be just silly. That's crazy talk. A zip code map with Harvest Dead Center. I love Macaw, thank you for the follow. I actually caught the name this time, yay. These mailboxes seem hardly used. Yes, renew your passport. Get your real ID. 3 clocks 3 times. Bake sale! Bake sale! Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Oh. Poop Loop, thank you for the follow too. Oops, didn't mean to exit. You do! Awesome. I never played this game before. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. So, finally getting to play it. After skipping past Hunter1043, thank you for the follow. Got a follow stream going on. Or follow Rampage, I don't know. I'm not very far, I just started. Like half an hour ago or so. The blind woman is trying to read her mail. Can I maybe read your mail for you, ma'am?
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today? Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. It's not the effort, son. It's the principle. We must adhere to our standards. They're all that stand between civilization and chaos. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Thank you for the follow, whoever just followed me. Sorry, I didn't catch your name that time. Yes, I did manage to name my save file. And I know, so I was actually having trouble earlier in the game because it wouldn't let me type anything. But alt-tabbing back out, alt-tabbing out of the window and back in seemed to fix it after I did it after I did it a couple times. So it's all good. It's all good now, and I can actually type stuff.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
Not actually a chemist at all. Chemist as in Final Fantasy Tactics job class. I have a little thing on my channel page explaining where the name comes from because people ask about it a lot, and I don't want to constantly repeat myself. But yes, the running gag is that not really intentionally a running gag, but I don't actually like the pies that much, and I'm not good at chemistry. But the name is stuck, so that's what it is. I mean, I don't really expect everyone to read it because nobody reads anything on Twitch, so business as usual. But it's there if anyone actually does. General store or barbershop? Yes, I could. I can throw a potion. There's no guarantee I'll hit anything, though. The neon letters drone relentlessly, eternally frozen at 4:05. He's too busy working to notice you. A phallic symbol thrusting boldly upwards from the concrete, ever ready to spew forth. Ooh, hose me down. Tape and broken glass. Obviously a professional break-in. Air-conditioned. There it is. Yes. Huh. Whew. Too hot for Twitch. A tired air conditioner wheezes in the unseasonal heat. It's Mickey Mouse photobombing us. Yum. Creamed asparagus tips. 2 for 49 cents. Delicious. Harvest Bake Sale this Friday in the school gym. Can't actually go in there. Alright. No general store for me, I suppose. Not right now, anyway. Let's go to the barbershop, then. Oh, conveniently right next to the post office. A fancy barber's pole secured to the wall with straight slot screws. Jim Bob, who was the high school star pitcher 20 years ago, hangs his aging letter jacket here when he comes in for a trim. Whoa. Alien head. An unfortunate extraterrestrial who journeyed hundreds of light years to wind up mounted on a barber's wall. I should have asked General What's-His-Face about aliens. General Buster. Colonel Buster, sorry. Monroe. The dangling television is sure to cause a neck strain at this angle. Made of solidified mousse and sticky hairspray, this lovely mannequin is a work of art. It takes a true sportsman to hunt down those dangerous cows. It's a picture of Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck. Colonel Buster Monroe flipping the bird from his B-17 cockpit.
Hello there, youngster. You see them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clam?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry. Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but colored glass with some bulbs stuck up in it, but he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clam?
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science. Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire sprinkler. So now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
Alrighty then.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quails. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot. Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair pretty good, but he don't know spit about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing. Pastorelli shelled out.
Okay.
Anytime, Steve.
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah. Howdy back, Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the shade.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say. Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing. Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here.
You already told me.
Plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen. Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet.
He's right.
Nice to see you again, Steve.
Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if the sheep was alive or not. Also, it has freaky glowing red eyes. That's a little distressing. Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond, not understanding English. Okay. Huh. Fortunately, I don't seem to be able to get run over by random cars, so that's good. Meat plant, Gain Memorial School, as in Ed Gain? TV station, Edna's Diner, police station, fire station, newspaper building, Wayward Hotel, cemetery, Johnson residence, abandoned house, Potsdam residence. Dang, there's a big place. Let's go over to the Potsdam residence. Because this is a place that I vaguely recall, like, there's something fucked up here. But, I mean, there's something fucked up everywhere in this game. They're living dangerously. glass is so clear the reflection makes it difficult to see. It's too high to look into. The garage needs a new paint job. The overhead window is shaped like a wagon wheel. A funerary urn is the cabinet's sole occupant. Ooh, theremin. A giant mutant asparagus, inexplicably robust given the fact that it's encased in red concrete. Perhaps the healthful electromagnetic fields of harvest? The ashtray is shaped like a particular human organ which shall remain nameless. Okay, now I'm curious. Which one is it? What is that? The man of the house squeezing his meat. Oh yeah, because this guy's like the butcher, isn't he? And he's just like obsessed with meat, if I recall. The upholstery is stained after years of profuse sweating. The empty shelves are a testament to the Potsdam household's rigorous intellectual standards. Almost made of leather, polyester.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh? Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Like they had a conversation that I didn't hear.
Be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right? Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Uh-huh.
Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Potsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, you'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat. Won't you?
Sure.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor, since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair, with plenty of meat.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
And I tried that. They turned me away.
Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie, so you'd better go ask her permission before you go upstairs. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father.
Right.
Meat is the
I haven't seen...
He's...
Like I...
Well...
Yeah.
You should be...
Slaughterhouse, that's what I was looking for.
I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
Sure.
Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure, cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Staticky jump scare there. Don't know why that happened. Okay, bye. Can I just go upstairs? What happens if I try?
Sorry. You'll have to ask Mrs. Potsdam for permission to see Stephanie. She's in the kitchen.
Fine. What is with this theremin music? It's freaking me out. The entire kitchen has a minty fresh look and scent. The entire... a plastic plant with freshly watered soil, along with little styrofoam balls. Ooh, there is a crack in the ceiling. Can't investigate it, though. It's just a light. The icebox is locked. Bushes are preventing it from opening. What's the point? I don't even have a back door.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today? Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
They're both standing around baking cookies. Same cut of dress. Same pearl. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies.
Yeah!
Charity bake sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potsdam Jr. can be counted on to do her share. Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times. What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Potsdam would know about sitcoms. Stephanie doesn't watch TV, though. She's grounded.
It's weird that they call each other Mr. and Mrs. Potsdam.
You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Sweet.
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Potsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
Yes, lovely.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Potsdam.
Wait, did she just say 3 weeks? Isn't it supposed to be 2 weeks?
Mr. Moynihan runs the...
You mustn't be. Give my regards to your parents. Hello, dear. Come to see Stephanie, have you? She's upstairs. Go right on up. Just remember, she's grounded until the wedding. Mr. Potsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Potsdam wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. Not a chance, Steve. Mr. Potsdam wouldn't like it. If you'd like to see her, it's fine with me. Go upstairs and turn right. Now excuse me, I'm trying to get ready for the bake sale.
This charity bake sale. What is it supposed to benefit?
Oh, I dislike talking about gruesome subjects. When you get right down to it, all charity is pretty ugly, isn't it?
I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He's organized this event. In conjunction with the lodge, naturally.
Naturally.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Sorry, Siri. Alright, wait, hold on. Wait,
Give my regards to your parents.
let me save my game first before I proposition her.
Why not go upstairs and talk to Stephanie? She'd enjoy the company. And while you're upstairs, feel free to floss. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Aw.
Give my regards to...
I cannot say bad words to her. I say bad words to him?
It isn't my favorite son-in-law. What brings you here again? Stop mumbling, Steve. I can't understand you at all.
I could have asked him about Mr. Moynihan, but I missed it, I think.
Moynihan is the undertaker.
There we go.
He also runs the Wayward Hotel. Since he's providing the space for the wedding, you might stop by and say hello to him, just to be sociable. But whatever you do, be sure to say hi to your father for me. Will you do that? Tell him hi, and remind him of the meat.
Sure. Yeah. It's a very, it's a very distressing hairdo. As plastic plants go, this one seems cool. This plaque has had its metal plate removed. This device is slowly releasing noxious-smelling chemicals into the hallway. It's made of high-tech topperware, TM. This plastic plant needs a good watering. Several books about red meat and its importance to living well. Your makeup looks just fine. Oh, good, thanks. It's, you know, one of those things. This plastic plant has enough water to last a good while. These books are obviously fakes. The closet door won't budge. Bathroom. Wads of used tissues fill this trash can, some of them stuck to the sides. Mr. Potsdam has been taking this plastic plant joke too far. The towels are stiff as boards. Ew. This window affords a spectacular view of aluminum siding. Feels like coarse sandpaper. It'd be painful to wipe with this stuff. A thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of ceramic, and the rubber ducky has seen better days. Ew. Why is there hair on everything? She's purty. Oh, right. Forgot. Punching. Oh, cool. There's a high, medium, and low punch. Neat. That's good to know for later. Someone's been using this plastic plant as a toilet. Ew. It's covered with what appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot. Ugh. Now here's one overly used paper towel. The medicine cabinet reeks of various toiletries. The picture on the wall is hanging a bit crooked. Oh gosh. Creepy. This plastic plant is apparently dead. How do you kill a plastic plant? Oh. Okay. Neat. Right? I was just thinking that. Like, damn, the thighs on that woman. Yuck. She has nice taste. Just like the one back home, except pink. Why do you have your shoes on? Take your shoes off when you're in bed.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding. They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, super weird.
I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
Why?
Maybe they're responsible. Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded. It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
Sounds southern to me. Southern U.S.
Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. He gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell me?
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me. Both of them are always watching me. But especially him.
You don't think they're dangerous, do you?
I think this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
I agree.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. Of course I'm right. Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge. This Order of the Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too.
Blood Drive?
When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
Yeah.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Yeah, some of the bits I've seen of it before seem that way too, but I mean, we'll see. I'm probably gonna play through it anyway. Like, I mean, I'm playing through LA Noire. There's some pretty shitty things that go on in LA Noire too.
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, that smile.
Been able to remember anything else? I mean, anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
Working on it.
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it? No?
If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
Yeah, peephole.
Stephanie?
Ah.
I think you should know. There's a peephole hidden behind the picture in the bathroom.
You mean a peephole?
I just said that.
Spying on me?
I'm afraid so.
So that's the scraping I hear every night. The picture sliding along the wall. Disgusting. I've got to get out of here, Steve. The thought of that fat slob watching me.
I'll question Potsdam about it. Maybe if he knows I know, it'll scare him off.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Good idea.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
It's kind of a terrifying smile she's got. Oh yeah, blood drive.
You're not making sense.
Okay.
You're not making sense. You're not making sense.
Okay, bye.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
You the best, Steve. Also, I wonder if I can tell her mother about the peephole, too.
Hello, dear. Come to see... Why then, whatever are you here for? I'm busy making cookies for the bake sale. Why not go speak to Mr. Potsdam? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Okay.
Give my regards.
Wait. What does she have to say about meat? Oops.
Why not go upstairs and... Sorry, I...
Okay.
Give my regards.
Yeah.
If it isn't my... Beg pardon?
You've got a peephole in the upstairs bathroom. It looks in on Stephanie's room.
Well, I'll be darned.
Wow.
How dare you? I'm no peeping Tom. I have no idea that was there.
Then you won't mind if I tell Stephanie about it.
Now, there's no need to scare Stephanie with this business.
I guess not. So long as you patch that hole.
Well, I guess I could hang that picture somewhere else.
I thought you had no idea where it was.
Oh, snap. Let's see if I can still do that.
It isn't.
Can I have the same conversation?
Beg pardon?
You've got a
Ah.
Well, Mrs. Potsdam's never been to Lebanon in her life.
Someone's peeping in on Stephanie. If it's not Mrs. Potsdam, then who is it?
Seems that Mrs. Potsdam has a little problem. I'll handle it myself. Thanks for calling this to my attention, Steve.
Then you won't mind if I tell Stephanie about it.
Now, there's no need to scare Stephanie with this business.
I guess not. So long as you patch that hole.
Well, I guess I
thought...
Lebanon. Yes, she's a Lebanese. Alright, so... I think we should check out abandoned house. There's always cool things in abandoned houses. Ew. The old car is the perfect nesting grounds for wasps. Ooh, wasps. Wasp car. Oh god, there's wasps everywhere. The attic window is the perfect nesting grounds for wasps. The rusty gutter is the perfect nesting grounds for wasps. The overhang is the perfect nesting grounds for wasps. This place could sure use the gardener. You mean wasps? Alright, I don't see anything else. Oh, wait, oh, there is an exit. Wait, okay, I gotta save. Where's Dr. Bees when you need him? Although, I mean, I guess Dr. Bees does not control wasps, only bees. Oh! Tetsuya Crumb? The icebox is sealed shut with wasp nests. Ew! Ew. There's wasp nests everywhere. Oh my fucking... There's a picture of a wasp. What the fuck? A wasp nest. From the sound of it, these cabinets are infested with wasps. A rather colorful picture of a wasp. Jesus.
It's not often that I get visitors.
Gee, I wonder why.
I am Tetsuya Crumb. The ignorant of harvest call me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt. Born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
I like where you're going with this. Yeah. Like, I'm not normally given to freaking out about, like, bugs or anything, but lots of wasps? This many wasps? No, thank you.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity.
Yeah, they don't.
It appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
How do you know that?
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer. Hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful welt, an act of love.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Like, that is disturbing as all hell.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely, the most relentless of insects.
Oh. Yeah, she kind of is. All right, so... Yeah, I agree. I would like to subscribe to your newsletter, Mrs. Crumb.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee, the wasp is a joy to behold.
Bees are cuter, though.
Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
Juicy?
Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure.
Okay, so where am I going with this? Like, what's the point of this conversation? Is there a point?
A triviality.
Queen bees.
A triviality. A triviality. A
Okay. What is that? Oh, nothing. Okay. Well, thank you for that amazing conversation. Maybe we'll be back when I figure out if there's anything I need to do with you. Johnson residence. Yeah, like, I mean, even if it doesn't come to anything, I'm just really happy that I had that conversation, just because it was so cool. During the day, Mr. Johnston keeps watch over his precious 48 Tucker. The manhole cover is locked in place. A nasty stench drifts up from the sewers below. I just realized that I have a quarter in my inventory, which in many adventure game logic puzzles is frequently used as a stand-in for a screwdriver. And I seem to recall that there were one or two things that I found that were held in place with screws. So maybe I should backtrack and see if I can unscrew things with this coin that I have. Mr. Johnson erected an impenetrable fortress to protect his Tucker during the night. It's called a garage.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband-to-be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm all right.
All right? You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already.
Okay, you're gross.
Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are?
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the Tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as well talk to you.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, this is the 50s. A quarter will buy you like a, I don't know, a 9-course meal. Erg, indeed.
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that
I read ahead.
Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
You need a good, hard wasp sting. Penis.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne?
Dwayne?
He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Do you have anything else on your mind than penis?
I'll admit DNA's diner does good business. But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night? Can you wrap your thighs around it? Or rake bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna! So, how's Stephanie?
Wow.
Speaking of Stephanie, I still haven't gotten an invitation to the wedding yet.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
Have anything to do with that?
That's okay. Personally, I'd prefer a pass to the...
God. Stop talking.
You could use the back seat of my Tucker for the maiden voyage. Plenty big. Believe you me. I'd drive you around. And I wouldn't look in the back seat. I guarantee it. Though if you'd like to come up front and take the wheel a while, I wouldn't say nay.
I need a shower.
Heck of an automobile, isn't it? Damn shame I have to sit out here and watch over her all the time. But if I didn't, those stupid kids might scratch her up playing ball. Don't see why not, but don't touch her. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker. I had the garage remodeled like a fortress, so I could lock her up at night and get some sleep.
I'm sure she's safe enough inside.
A few months back, someone broke into my house, trying to get into the garage. I had to gripe like hell before the sheriff agreed to start the evening patrols and instigate the curfew.
Dude, I mean, you'd have to hire writers for that kind of dialogue. Like, look at all the dialogue we've seen so far. Like, it's actually like really well written. Not just, like, you don't just like grab someone off the street to write stuff like that. Maybe you do, I don't know.
Edna Fitzpatrick.
Okay, so we did that already?
Karen's only 5 years old. Since Mr. Fitzpatrick passed away, in Edna's arms and legs, I might add, Edna's been raising Karen on her own. What a shame. To deprive a little girl of a positive male role model, and her mama of a fine, stiff penis.
God. Alright.
Bye now.
I never want to talk to you again. Can I... Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's an exit. To not in the car. Yeah, I was a particular fan of all the wasp nests out front of the abandoned house. Like, the car is a perfect nesting ground for wasps. The EU is our perfect nesting ground for wasps. Okay. Lodge, cemetery, mortuary. Let's go to the cemetery first. Whoa. That's rad. Isn't that the lodge? What is that? Dang, it's cool looking. Ooh, I hope there are hilarious epitaphs on the gravestones. R.I.P. the unnamed hobo. Rava Williams, 1922 to 1947. May your fantasies be forever gory. Here lies Boxcar Willie. Freddie Mercedes, too much love will kill you. Not even glue could save him. Rest in peace, Elmer. 2 years in Harvest was too long. Fear not in death, Monty Jakes. Scotty Baker, we shall rest easily without you. The scripture on the headstone is faded beyond legibility. November 27th, 1948, another unknown visitor. This tombstone is unmarked. Yeah, it does. I love this like random lightning that is happening now for no reason. Because it's a cemetery and there have to be lightning and atmospheric effects. Yet another resting place among the graves. Right? So good. The leaning sycamore is dead, rotten, unstable for climbing or stringing nooses. Why would you go there? Oh shit, really? The Potsdam family crypt. The marble doors have been sealed shut. That's really funny. I guess that's as far as I go. Oh man, that would kind of be great. The headstone to this grave site reads Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe. The air here reeks of fresh soil and manure. Where's a shovel? Where is a shovel when I need one? A professionally kept landscape. A large translucent window. The hideous symbol stands out like a swastika or a flattened spider. Ooh. Oh yes, or a wasp eyelids, yes. An empty coat tree. These votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. Those dear to us who have passed recently. Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe. Oh, I took the book for some reason. A schedule of this week's funerary events. A pair of comfortable-looking sofas. Ooh. Oh. This would be the morgue. A disembodied organ which was never meant to pump formaldehyde. On the counter sits a new tube of astroglue. Gimme.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work.
Oh.
And may I say you're a rude young man for attempting to steal it.
I was only gonna borrow it.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security? Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You must present me with something significant if you'd have me part with it.
Alrighty. A very nasty looking sink. Also, why is he in like full, like, formal gear if he's working on a corpse? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be wearing, like, you know, protective clothing and stuff. A pair of bloody handprints are smeared across the glass. But then again, also, you know, in a typical mortuary, you probably wouldn't see blood stains all over the place either. The messy remains of some poor soul. Oops, he spilled. There are organic things floating in formaldehyde in these jars. The sort of things that make you want to look away before you could really see what they are, but your eyes won't oblige. The fan's whirring blades barely stir the stench-laden air. Yes, that was my boyfriend sneezing. Bless you. He says sorry. The needle lies on 33 degrees Fahrenheit. It is just above freezing in here. That, yes, that is very true, Krungling.
Stephen.
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses. It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
Oh, he's the director. That's cool. He's doing a pretty good job.
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into harvest uninvited.
Then the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters.
Ugh. Permanent shelters.
You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses? As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as?
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare, and my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join, and join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
What potential?
You're spouting gibberish. As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills.
Oh, right.
Neat.
Pardon me.
Why should I?
Of all...
What?
If I... You're spouting... As owner of the only hotel in town, I do my best to accommodate any hobo who straggles into town, vacancies permitting. I really don't recall. We get so many low-life dregs passing through here, I can't remember every little death that occurs.
Huh. Are there that many?
As I said, sliced open on a mortician's slab, every corpse looks the same. Red and juicy.
But surely you remember if these deaths were an unusual occurrence.
You sound like you're launching some sort of investigation, Stephen. That would be most unwise.
Oh, really? Why do you say that?
You're spouting gibberish.
Yeah.
You're spouting... Yes, I prepare them. I use this astro glue to close my autopsy incision rather than sutures. It's much faster, more efficient. Of course, it only holds for a short while, but once they're in the ground, who cares if they split open? They will anyway. The pressure of the gases and the worms pressing outward, rupturing the cavity open. So why bother with fancy needlework?
A cold-blooded approach.
But what of my losses? Do you realize if it weren't for the efforts of the Order of the Harvest Moon, the bake sale and so forth, even with the Wayward Hotel, I'd be hard-pressed to stay in business.
I mean, I guess he's kind of got a point.
You're spouting gibberish. You're spouting gibberish. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome. Why should I care about that?
Would you like a pen?
Why should I care?
How about a quarter?
Why?
Alright, fine. So we need something a little more valuable in exchange for that astro glue. Ooh. Rows and rows of empty wooden pews, caked with the dust of indifference. The light from this candelabra gleams unwholesomely pink, like the eyes of a horde of rats balancing on thin wires. That's a mental image. Ooh. That's cool. The imprint of a head, buttocks, and sliding heels are scraped into the thick dust of the pew. A brass candelabra holds several strange-smelling candles. A saint kneels before a shepherd, jubilantly terrified. A small lectern for a priest. Why are there whip cracking sounds going on? Is there self-flagellation going on in here somewhere? A hauntingly beautiful stained glass window in which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. An empty vessel of the dead. Yeah. I mean, it would make sense. Well, that's really cool. Hold on a minute. Wasn't there a,
Damn it.
wasn't there a name like Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe? Yeah.
Damn it.
No? Guess not. Okay. Alright, so we haven't been down this way yet. There's the hotel. Fire station, police station, Edna's Diner, newspaper building. Let's check out the hotel. A pretty cheap looking sign for such an uptown establishment. Waywar. Jesu Domine. Whack. Dona e Easter egg. Hey. How did you teleport from the morgue to here? Reflections make the lobby seem more spacious than it actually is. The PTA bake sale is on Friday. The door is locked. The ledger of names, the last being Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe, checked in Monday. A somewhat ponderous console radio evokes an earlier era.
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. I have the feeling your image shall soon adorn my slab, and I'd rather not know the face of the meat I'm slicing. You know, I seem to have misplaced a ledger. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? How strange. You're the only visitor I've had in days. I can't imagine what else could have happened to it. Perhaps the dead walk again when they're hungry for literature. At any rate, should any of them show those ledgers around, they'll wish they'd stayed in their graves.
Uh-huh.
You're spouting gibberish.
I was wondering who that was.
You're spouting gibberish. You're spout. You're spouting gibberish.
So how much for a room at this hotel?
I'd say it's been a pleasure.
I haven't saved in a while.
Well, that didn't work. Strange how there's a correlation between the bums who've died
Yeah, I just did.
and the bums you've put up at your hotel.
I'm not a statistician.
Neither am I, but I can tell you, the odds against that ain't so good.
Hey, you may be right. A curious thing to do, snooping around old ledgers. You're an odd and resourceful young fellow. Then you intend to leverage this nominally engaging coincidence for personal gain? What an immoral thing to do, Stephen.
I'm not the one up to my ass in dead bodies.
Yes, but you have an unreasoning faith in the consistency of the universe. Things can change, young man.
It's a good line.
Threats here or in the sheriff's office.
Be sure and tell Dwayne hello for me. Young man, I'd say it's...
All right then. I'm gonna go to Edna's Diner. Maybe she would like a good stiff penis. I'm sorry. A 1955 Frag 100, wow, I can't talk, with a real leather seat. Even from the ground, you can hear the sonorous buzz of the neon. Can I hear the sonorous buzz sound file looping? Ow. Ow. An unlocked drawer. What's in it? Band-aids? Ah, straight slot screwdriver. This town is a bit screwy. I think, wasn't the barber pole fastened with straight slot screws? Yeah, it very much was.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You're adorable.
Bye-bye.
The grease fryer is off. Edna does not let her customers behind the counter. Who does she let behind the counter?
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
A justified fear. Yeah, Dolph Nostalgic mentioned that earlier. He said also that he was wearing this very same shirt in his mugshot.
Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old. You've met Karen, my 8-year-old. Other than the diner, she's all I have.
She's so cute. Adorable child.
There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to him. Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word.
He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands.
That is for sure.
He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge. And there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon. Sheriff Dwayne is such a dear man. And I don't just say that because he's my most regular customer. Every single day, rain or shine, he comes in here at noon for lunch. Sits in the same spot, too. That's at least an hour every day when I can be sure Mr. Johnson won't show up. You know, it's funny. Dwayne never comes in here with Deputy Loomis, but he frequently dines with Mr. McKnight. You know, the owner of the TV station. Sometimes he comes in with Postmaster Boyle, but somehow I don't think they're friends.
Perhaps they are more than friends.
Though I see them together a lot, Boyle and the sheriff never act very friendly towards each other. Almost like there's some kind of bond between them besides friendship, though what it might be I can't imagine. Maybe Sheriff Dwayne resents the fact that he's never been able to get into the lodge, though that's not Boyle's fault. He just hands out the applications. He doesn't decide who gets admitted. The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh.
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me.
I'm just gonna back slowly away.
The lodge is the
Okay, wait.
Edna? You seem...
I'm sorry.
Right? I'm kind of digging it. Do you know anything about Moynihan?
Sorry, I missed that. Too noisy in here. Sorry, I missed that. Sheriff Dwayne, you know, it's... Though I see them together, maybe Sheriff Dwayne... Sheriff, you know... Mr. McKnight owns the TV station WHAR. He's along with Sheriff Dwayne better than Boyle does. Better than just about anyone, to tell the truth. I don't see the connection between them, but I'll bet you dollars to donuts that it's there anyhow. Stop by anytime, Steve.
All right, then. Yeah. It's a good description. Let's check out the police. I'm, intentionally not going to the fire station. I mean, I can't put it off forever. I gotta go there eventually. I guess I'm putting it off because I don't want to end on that note if it's as bad as I'm expecting it to be. Stars and stripes forever. The cop ignores you. Too busy writing a bug report. A bug report? Is the cop QA? An empty file cabinet labeled Solved Cases. The pot hisses at you from its perch. A map of harvest. It's labeled Unsolved Arson and it's full. Oh, the bug. Oh, the car. Alright. I guess that makes sense. The door is locked. Oh. Okay, for some reason I was trying to like walk forwards in the scene, but I don't actually need to do that. I can just talk to these people normally.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here is Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
I don't know, it depends on what your tastes are, I guess.
Why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon.
Yeah, stop.
You should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge.
Stop having fun.
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
Disappointment?
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in. Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
Oh, right. I think the game probably told me I could walk around with the arrow keys, but I never bothered.
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so, we get the odd transient dropping dead. But other than that, it gets pretty slow around here. Sure. You remember. The Sentinel building burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve. Anyway, the fireman said the fire was caused by arson. I never caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's in the evidence room.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck, who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it. Just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve.
Uh-huh.
Why do you...
Yeah.
I don't mind telling you. I'd never get anything done if not for the lodge's efforts. To join the Order of the Harvest Moon is the highest dream of everyone in Harvest. Like I said, unless you get an application on the first day of the month, you're generally out of luck.
Okay.
Stop by the post office and talk to Postmaster Boyle. You never know. He might have a spare application laying around. Stop on by any time, Steve.
So the first of the month. So in that case, I need to somehow convince the postmaster that it is the first of the month.
Anything I can help you with? Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know? Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's got to do sometimes in a parked car, or a waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, it's see clear to part with them. Bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any kind of girly picture book, the kind men like, would be just dandy.
Kind straight men like.
Grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one.
Okay.
Mrs. Phelps down at the general store don't help things none. She's got them special picture books, the one with the ladies. But she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife, Mrs. Loomis. Dadgum if that don't burn my britches. If and I even ask about 'em, she tells Mrs. Loomis, and I get the broom. Enough to break a man's heart, her burning my French postcards, and me unable to replace them. A man's got needs, don't you know? Anytime, kiddo.
Alright, so find porn for Loomis. We'll see if we can do that next time, because it's about time for me to call it quits for the night. So this game seems to be behaving properly, and it hasn't frustrated me to death yet, so we'll probably pick this up again tomorrow. Tomorrow is, of course, Halloween, so I will try to do a longer stream. I've been doing 3-hour streams. My usual plan on Halloween is to like go until midnight, or even later, depending on whether I'm falling asleep or not. Yeah, so we'll keep on with this game tomorrow, and I'm enjoying this so far, so I'm looking forward to that. So, pardon me while I like destroy my chair. Let me find someone to raid for now. Oops. Okay. Who is streaming something good and spooky? We got some Castlevania over at Aphotic Cthulhu's channel. Excuse me. What else we got? Not a lot else actually. Let's go check out some Castlevania. That's always a good time. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do either. There we go. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for all the new follows and the sub. That was super awesome. Hope to see you guys back here. And I hope you had a good time tonight. And I also hope you have a good time tomorrow night if you come back for Halloween stream. I know there's a lot of stuff to do on Halloween. A lot of choices to make. Who you're gonna spend time with. Yeah. Whatever you do, I hope you have fun. And I will see you tomorrow. And I might also do a post-Halloween stream, depending on how far we get through this game. I feel like I might not finish this game tomorrow. Oh, cool, I have an idle animation. Neat. So yeah, we'll see if I actually finish this game tomorrow, and if not, I'll probably pick it up again sometime soon after that. Before or possibly while returning to my normal stream schedule, but I'll figure it out as I go. So, yeah. Again, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Good night.